I have 55 chicks inside this box. And right down here, that's my basement where I'm going to be putting these chicks. And I'm going to show you exactly how I plan on doing that and how I plan on raising these chicks in the future. What I always suggest you do is you set them right inside the brooder and take them out one by one. That way you can count how many chicks you have. And then you also need to show them exactly where the water is so they can get a drink right away. I think they're thirsty. Do you think they want some water? You simply grab the chick gently. I usually put its beak out like this. And then I go ahead and dip its beak in the water gently. That way it gets a little drink. And then I set it off to the side. And I have to do that with all of the chicks in here. We've got 55 chicks. So we're just going to dip its beak in the water. It's really easy just to be efficient having the box really close to the water, right inside the brooder. You think it's cute? Yeah. So again, I take out one of the chicks. One head, I just kind of dip the beak in the water. And then that way it kind of gets its first drink. The first day you want to really focus on water. I've got my daughters down here with me and they think this is very fun and exciting. I think it's really good to get your kids involved with the process, especially with little chicks when they're this small. It's amazing how you can fit so many chicks in one box like that. There they are exploring their heat lamps. Food and water is over here. If you missed my last video about how I set up this brooder, all it is a raised garden bed by Vigo Garden, and I plan on using this raised bed out in my garden this year. It's a brand new bed, not outside obviously, so I thought I'd use this as a brooder. It's the perfect type of thing to hold in the chicks and keep them safe for their first couple of weeks in their life. Look at the chicks over here. Come here. Wow. Yeah. You want to pet it, Graceland? Yeah. Okay, pet it gentle. Can you reach? Pet it gentle. Wow. What is that? Is it so cute and soft? Yeah. Did you touch its nose? Did you touch the birdie's nose? That's so funny. All right, dip its beak. There we go. There's that one. They're pretty loud, aren't they? I know. Yep, we have to stay out here because they're going to say, this is where they're going to live. This is where they live. It is loud. You're right. All right, let's keep going. We want to give them some water. Yeah, you want to pet its head? It's so soft. Good job. You want to try? Wow. That's silly. That's so silly. Give it some water. Ooh, yummy water.
Minnie Mouse water.
Yeah, it's kind of like your Minnie Mouse water. All right, that's all of them. Now they're in their house. They're over by the lamp trying to get warm. My wife and I really think that it's important to get our kids involved with the homesteading process. We have 12 homesteading chickens outside next to our garden that we've been collecting eggs from for quite a while now. Those are more for our consumption, but these ones here are specifically for commercial egg sale, basically. So we plan on selling these to local people, friends, and family. These are not what I would consider a homesteading flock, even though they could be. So we bought these specifically to raise up, produce eggs for us a little bit, and then for sure our local community. This flock of 55 chicks are pretty diverse. If you look at all the different colors, you've got dark brown, you've got the yellow, you have the all black ones, you've got the lighter brown ones. We have several breeds that we're currently working with. The ones with the little stripes on the back, I believe, are Golden Lace Wyandottes. This is the first time I've had these types of breeds, except for the little yellow ones, which are the Delawares. We love Delaware chickens here. I think it's one of the most underrated homesteading breed that you can possibly have. They're really, really great chickens to have, in my opinion. So, other than the little yellow chicks running around here, we've got Golden Lace Wyandotte. I think that's a beautiful bird, friendly, great around kids, great for egg production. We also have Black Australorp, which is probably the best chicken overall, I would say, for backyard chickens. and then the typical Rhode Island red. And then the all black ones, they're the smallest ones I'm noticing right now. Those chickens are what we call Aquila Black, so it's a hybrid. Since we're raising these chicks to produce eggs for us, and possibly compost, we'll see how that goes, it's not for us necessarily to make money and get rich. Obviously, that's really not how this works in today's day and age with eggs, and maybe it's never worked that way in any economy. The reason why I'm doing this is because I want to teach my daughters some entrepreneurship skills at a very young age. And I can't think of a better way to get my girls involved with helping other people, raising their own money, and kind of having that business mindset at a young age. I can't think of a better way to do that other than selling eggs. You know, you can put kids out by the road and do a lemonade stand or sell Girl Scout cookies, and all that stuff is fine. But this is an active way they're participating in our homesteading lifestyle that I think is really important that they're exposed to. They may not like it when they're teenagers or when they're adults, but at a young age, I think this is a good way that they can start earning some of their own money. I'm obviously going to be doing 99% of the work, at least at first. But once they get to the ages of like 5, 6, 7, 8, there's no reason why they can't feed the chickens every day, change out the waterers, clean out the nesting boxes, collect the eggs, clean those, create little stickers to put on the egg boxes, meet people that are interested in purchasing eggs and selling them to them. And the money that we make from this, which I'm not expecting a lot, but whatever money we do make from selling the eggs will go to them. That will be for them. That will be for their future, whether that's investing in a college fund or saving up for something in their future. But that's kind of the mindset I want to give them from a very young age, and that's kind of what inspired me to do this originally. And I think it's a nice way to get kids involved with homesteading and things that a lot of kids really don't know anything about in today's day and age. If you walked up to the average middle school or high school student, almost no student would have any idea what to do with chicks, how to raise them, what they feed, how to sell eggs, how to get the most out of their production, how to take care of them properly. They just wouldn't understand any of that stuff. So I'm trying to instill those things into my children so that they have the idea of how to do that when they're older. Then they can decide if they want to do this later on in their life or not. I'll put the link to the video I made how I set up this brooder and all the essential things you need to do to set up a brooder. And I really think that's important to watch that one in addition to the one you just watched. Thanks for stopping by Together We Harvest Homestead. I'm so glad you spent this time watching this video. I hope to see you on the next video.